Hello, I'm Sakiz, and on this channel, we explore fictional technology horror stories that feel disturbingly close to reality. Tonight's story is about something we trust to keep us comfortable while we're at our most vulnerable, an air conditioning system that maintains the perfect temperature for rest. But what happens when that system becomes a weapon of sleep deprivation, systematically manipulating temperatures to destroy REM cycles and keep millions of people from ever truly sleeping? This is the story of Dr. Rachel Kim, a sleep disorder specialist who discovered that smart climate control systems weren't just regulating temperature, they were deliberately disrupting sleep patterns to drive desperate, exhausted people toward paid sleep therapy services and pharmaceutical interventions. This story explores the terrifying possibility of our homes becoming environments that actively prevent rest, where the device meant to provide comfort becomes an instrument of systematic exhaustion. While completely fictional, it raises urgent questions about what our smart home systems are really doing while we sleep and who profits from our sleeplessness. Are you ready to question whether your bedroom is letting you rest? Let's begin. Dr. Rachel Kim had been a sleep medicine specialist for 14 years, running a clinic in Portland that treated insomnia, sleep apnea, and various sleep disorders. She'd seen thousands of patients and understood the complex factors that affected sleep quality. In March 2024, she started seeing patients with symptoms she'd never encountered in such concentration. The first was Marcus Chen, 37, a software developer. "I can't sleep anymore," he told Dr. Kim during his consultation. "Not real sleep. I'm in bed for 8 hours, but I wake up exhausted. Every single day." Dr. Kim ordered a sleep study. The results were disturbing. Marcus was achieving sleep stages 1, 2, and 3, but his REM sleep was severely disrupted. He'd enter REM briefly, then wake slightly, preventing deep REM cycles. "This pattern is unusual," Dr. Kim noted. "Your sleep architecture shows consistent REM disruption, but no obvious physiological cause. No sleep apnea, no periodic limb movement, no narcolepsy markers. Could it be stress?" Marcus asked. "Stress typically prevents falling asleep or causes early waking. Your pattern is different, something is disrupting you specifically during REM cycles." Over the next 3 months, Dr. Kim saw 34 patients with identical symptoms: consistent REM sleep disruption without clear physiological cause, chronic exhaustion despite adequate time in bed, cognitive impairment from REM deprivation, and resistance to standard sleep disorder treatments. REM sleep is crucial for memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and cognitive function. Prolonged REM deprivation causes severe psychological and physical health problems. Dr. Kim's patients were suffering from what appeared to be artificially induced REM sleep disorder. She interviewed patients extensively, looking for common factors. Different ages, different occupations, different health profiles. But one pattern emerged: all 34 patients had installed new smart climate control systems in the past year. 23 used TempControl. 8 used ClimateSmart. 3 used NeuralClimate. All 3 brands advertised AI-optimized sleep environment and personalized comfort learning. Dr. Kim felt a chill. Could the climate systems be affecting sleep? Dr. Kim worked with Dr. James Park, an environmental control systems engineer, and Dr. Lisa Chen, a neuroscientist specializing in sleep physiology. They obtained all 3 smart AC brands and tested them in controlled sleep lab conditions with volunteer subjects. What they discovered was sophisticated and horrifying. The systems monitored sleep stages through breathing pattern analysis via air flow sensors, movement detection through vibration sensors, heart rate estimation through thermal imaging, sleep stage prediction algorithms. These ACs aren't just cooling, they're monitoring sleep in real time, Dr. Park explained. But more disturbing was what they did with that information. "Look at this temperature manipulation pattern," Dr. Chen showed Dr. Kim the data. When the system detects the subject entering REM sleep, it triggers a subtle temperature change, usually 2 to 3 degrees warmer or cooler. Not enough to fully wake them, but enough to disrupt the REM cycle. They tested this with multiple subjects. The pattern was consistent: the smart ACs would maintain stable temperature during non-REM sleep stages, then deliberately create thermal discomfort during REM, causing microarousals that prevented deep REM sleep. Why would a climate system designed for comfort deliberately create discomfort? Dr. Kim asked. Dr. Park traced the data streams. All three AC brands transmitted sleep quality data to servers owned by Sleep Tech Solutions, a company that operated a network of sleep therapy clinics and sold sleep pharmaceuticals. The business model became clear: the climate systems deliberately disrupted sleep, created chronic exhaustion and sleep disorders, then the parent company profited from treating the problems it had created. Internal documents obtained through a whistleblower revealed everything. Sleep Tech had deliberately designed the temperature manipulation algorithms. They'd calculated optimal disruption patterns that prevented REM without causing full awakening. They tracked which users developed severe enough symptoms to seek treatment. They earned referral fees when exhausted users visited Sleep Tech clinics or purchased Sleep Tech medications. One internal email stated, "Average user shows measurable sleep quality decline after 6 weeks of REM disruption. Conversion to paid treatment services peaks at 12 weeks. The AC creates the problem, we provide the solution." Dr. Kim, Dr. Park, and Dr. Chen investigated Sleep Tech Solutions. The company had been founded by Dr. Marcus Brennan, who'd made his fortune in pharmaceutical sales before moving into sleep therapy. His vision was creating vertically integrated sleep health, control both the cause and treatment of sleep disorders. They found evidence showing Sleep Tech had sold 4.2 million smart climate control units in the past 2 years. Potentially millions of households were being subjected to systematic REM sleep deprivation. Dr. Kim contacted her 34 patients and reviewed their experience timelines. The pattern was identical. Weeks 1 to 4, normal sleep, system learning patterns. Weeks 5 to 8, subtle REM disruption begins, users notice slight fatigue. Weeks 9 to 12, severe REM deprivation, chronic exhaustion, cognitive impairment. Week 13 plus, desperate seeking of sleep solutions, high conversion to paid services. Marcus Chen's case was typical. He'd installed TempControl in January. By March, he was so exhausted he couldn't work effectively. In April, he'd spent $3,000 on sleep clinic visits and medications, all at Sleep Tech facilities. "I thought I had developed a sleep disorder," Marcus said. "I never imagined my air conditioner was causing it." The health consequences were severe. REM sleep deprivation caused memory problems and cognitive decline, emotional instability and increased anxiety, weakened immune system function, increased risk of accidents due to exhaustion, relationship problems from chronic irritability. Several patients had lost jobs due to performance issues caused by exhaustion. 2 had been in car accidents from fatigue. 1 had been hospitalized for a stress-related breakdown that was actually chronic sleep deprivation. The system particularly affected vulnerable populations. Elderly users suffered worse cognitive effects. Parents of young children experienced compounded exhaustion. Shift workers never recovered properly during sleep periods. People with pre-existing health conditions deteriorated faster. "This isn't just unethical," Dr. Kim concluded. "This is systematic assault on human health for profit." Dr. Kim worked with her patients to document their cases. They compiled sleep study results showing identical REM disruption patterns, timelines correlating smart AC installation with sleep quality decline, medical documentation of health problems caused by chronic sleep deprivation, evidence of temperature manipulation during REM sleep stages. Marcus Chen described his experience: "I trusted technology to help me sleep better. Instead, it was programmed to keep me from ever truly resting. Every night for months, right when my brain needed REM sleep most, my AC would heat or cool just enough to prevent it. I was being systematically exhausted in my own bedroom." Dr. Park prepared technical analysis showing how the systems worked, the temperature manipulation algorithms, and where sleep quality data was transmitted. Dr. Chen provided neuroscience evidence showing the health impacts of chronic REM deprivation. They released everything to major media outlets with warnings about all Sleep Tech-affiliated climate control brands. The response was explosive. Smart air conditioners preventing sleep, 4 million homes subjected to systematic exhaustion. Your AC is destroying your REM sleep, how climate systems became sleep deprivation weapons. People across the country recognize their own symptoms. I've been exhausted for 8 months. My doctor said it was stress. It was my TempControl AC preventing me from sleeping. Our whole family has been tired and irritable since we installed ClimateSmart. The AC was manipulating our sleep every night. I spent $5,000 on sleep studies and medications. The problem was the device I trusted to keep me comfortable. Families began testing their systems, documenting temperature fluctuations during sleep. The evidence of manipulation became undeniable. The FDA launched an investigation into medical device misrepresentation. The FTC filed charges for deceptive practices. Sleep medicine organizations condemned the practice as technological torture. Class action lawsuits were filed representing 4.2 million users whose sleep had been systematically destroyed. Whistleblowers from sleep tech revealed internal communications showing executives celebrating the brilliant business model of creating sleep disorders to treat. Dr. Marcus Brennan, CEO of Sleep Tech Solutions, and 6 other executives were arrested on charges including fraud, reckless endangerment, unauthorized human experimentation, and conspiracy. The trial became a landmark case in consumer protection and health technology ethics. These defendants weaponized sleep itself, the prosecutor stated. They took people's most vulnerable moments, when they were unconscious and defenseless, and turned them into opportunities for systematic exhaustion. They prevented millions of people from experiencing genuine rest for months or years. They caused cognitive damage, health problems, accidents, and suffering, all to create customers for their other businesses. Expert witnesses testified. Dr. Rachel Kim explained the critical importance of REM sleep and the severe health consequences of chronic REM deprivation. Dr. Chen demonstrated how the temperature manipulation worked, showing in real time how subtle changes during REM cycles caused disruption. Dr. Park presented evidence of the deliberate programming, showing the systems were designed specifically to prevent quality sleep. Medical experts testified about patients whose health had deteriorated due to months of REM sleep deprivation. Victims testified about the impact. Marcus Chen, I thought I was losing my mind. I couldn't remember things, couldn't concentrate, was constantly irritable. My relationship almost ended. I nearly lost my job. All because my air conditioner was programmed to keep me from sleeping. A mother of 2, my children needed me, but I was so exhausted I could barely function. I thought I was a bad parent. I was just being systematically sleep-deprived by my own home. Another victim, I fell asleep driving and crashed my car. I could have killed someone. Because a company decided my exhaustion was profitable. The most emotional testimony came from a family whose father had died from a stress-related heart attack. The cardiologist testified that chronic sleep deprivation from the AC system had been a contributing factor. The defense tried to argue that users had consented to sleep optimization features. But internal documents proved sleep tech had deliberately programmed sleep disruption while marketing the opposite. One development email stated, "Sleep destruction must feel like natural sleep problems, not AC malfunction. Users should blame themselves, not the system." The jury convicted on all counts. Dr. Brennan received 18 years in prison. Other executives received 8 to 14 years. Sleep Tech was ordered to pay $6.8 billion in damages and fund long-term health monitoring for affected users. Dr. Rachel Kim continued treating patients affected by smart AC sleep deprivation. Recovery was challenging because months of REM deprivation had caused lasting health effects. Even after removing the manipulative AC systems, many patients struggled to regain normal sleep patterns, Dr. Kim explained. Their bodies had been conditioned to expect disruption during REM. It took months of sleep therapy to rebuild healthy sleep architecture. Some patients showed persistent effects. Chronic fatigue that took years to fully resolve, ongoing cognitive problems from prolonged REM deprivation, anxiety about sleeping, fearing disruption, difficulty trusting any bedroom technology. Marcus Chin described his recovery. It took 6 months before I felt truly rested again. 6 months of intensive sleep therapy to undo what sleep tech had done. And I still sometimes wake up during the night, my body expecting the temperature manipulation that isn't coming anymore. New regulations were enacted. Smart home devices affecting sleep environment required FDA approval as medical devices. Prohibition on deliberately disrupting sleep for any commercial purpose. Criminal penalties for using sleep manipulation for profit. Mandatory disclosure of all sleep monitoring and environmental control features. Right to disable all smart features while maintaining basic climate control. But enforcement challenges remained. Many smart home devices had environmental control capabilities that could theoretically be misused. Dr. Kim advocated for recognizing technology-induced sleep disorders as a distinct category requiring specialized treatment and legal protection. 2 years after the scandal, Dr. Rachel Kim sat in her clinic, still treating patients recovering from sleep tech as systematic sleep deprivation. What sleep tech did, she reflected in an interview, was violate people in their most vulnerable state. Sleep is when we're defenseless, unconscious, unable to protect ourselves. They exploited that vulnerability to profit from our exhaustion. She continued, the most insidious aspect was that victims blamed themselves. They thought they had developed sleep problems, that something was wrong with them. They sought help desperately, not knowing the help they needed was just to remove the device that was attacking them every night. The case highlighted fundamental questions about smart home technology. What are devices doing while we're unconscious? Who's responsible when automation harms rather than helps? How do we maintain autonomy over our most basic needs like sleep? We invite technology into our homes to make life easier, Dr. Kim told a congressional hearing. But when that technology can manipulate our environment while we're asleep, it has power over our most fundamental biological functions. Sleep tech proved that power will be abused if it's profitable. The survivors faced ongoing challenges. Even with therapy and compensation, they'd lost months or years of quality sleep, time that couldn't be recovered. I'll never get back those 18 months of exhaustion, one victim said. The relationships damaged by my irritability, the work opportunities lost because I couldn't concentrate, the accidents that happened because I was too tired to function safely. Sleep tech stole that from me, and no amount of money or prison time gives it back. The warning remains urgent. As smart home systems become more sophisticated, their ability to manipulate our environment, especially while we're unconscious, increases. Every device with environmental control becomes a potential weapon if profit depends on keeping us uncomfortable, unwell, or in need of solutions. The lesson of the air conditioners that destroyed sleep, Dr. Kim concluded, is that we must remain skeptical of any technology that claims to optimize our biology. Sometimes the optimization isn't for our benefit, it's to create problems that generate revenue. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary for rest, not a laboratory for profitable sleep deprivation. This story is completely fictional. Sleep tech solutions and the described sleep-disrupting air conditioners do not exist. Current smart climate control systems do not deliberately manipulate sleep. However, the underlying concerns are real. Smart home devices do monitor environments and behaviors. REM sleep deprivation has severe health consequences, and the potential for environmental control systems to affect sleep is a genuine consideration in sleep medicine and home automation ethics. This story is meant to encourage critical thinking about what smart home systems are capable of doing and the importance of maintaining control over our most basic needs like sleep and rest. Your sleep should be yours alone, unmanipulated by devices you trust. Thank you for watching.